It's a spring transition.
That is a Victorian pirate shirt, if I've ever seen a Victorian pirate shirt.
It's spring in color, winter in material.
What?
It's a transitional shirt.
A transitional shirt?
Yes.
Like, what are you transitioning into?
Seasons.
You're going to transition.
I'm going from winter. It is velour, like velvet. I used to have it in dark green. Well, I rented it in dark green, and it's the same one, just in whatever this color is. But it's got like this cool collar.
Yeah, because you're a pirate.
And I'm struggling with the button situation.
Or you're an 18th century Victorian man. I can't figure it out. Julie, thank you very much for the gifted sub. Looks like we are in level 3 of the hype train, so thank you very much for that. And real quick, as the hype train goes, I know Carla Marie's got some drinks over there. I do want to go over our...
It's like, I'm not ready yet.
Let's see. Oh, I haven't updated the list. Give me a second here.
We got a new font. I searched through some fonts the other day, and I said...
Gonna tell you what. I don't like it.
Okay, it's better than Comic Sans.
Well, we weren't using Comic Sans.
What is the name of the font you were using? I need to just make fun of it.
Market Pro, I believe.
Okay, see, that sounds like some cheap-ass font.
Okay, so here is our new font.
Look how fresh this is. Do it.
I did. It's right there.
Oh, we can all read it, except for me, because it's so tiny and so far away.
Things we're going to get into today. Looks like we are on our way to the 5th day in a row of our hype train streak, so hopefully that works. Electric Anthony, Carla Marie's birthday gift, Florida's got a bunny problem, Netflix binging. We're going to hit all of those things and more today. And right now, for the price of, I don't know how much the subscription is.
Fred
the Mailman, thank you very much.
For subscribing with the Prime.
And then we got 300 bits from Jordan in Puyallup.
Court, this font feels aggressive. Well, then you know what? Tell your husband to give us a good font.
I don't like it. It's just, you know what? It's too corporate. I need something
You know what they call me?
Corporate Marie?
Yep.
Corporate Carla?
Ew, no. Corporate
Marie. Corporate Carla. Carla the corporate pirate.
Stop. Everyone said you're wrong. It's not a pirate.
That is a pirate. That is a fancy pirate.
No, Elaine,
Jack Sparrow
Elaine,
would
it's
love
not
that.
boxy. I just have very broad shoulders, so everything I wear looks like this.
Corporate Carla. That's the new person.
Anthony.
What?
I'm going to punch you.
Why? What did I do?
Thank you, Shanna. She likes the font.
It is easier to read. I will give you that, Martha, and I will give you that, Carla Marie. Robbie and Everett, thank you very much for the 5 gifted subs. That looks like it wiped out level 3. And where are we now? We might be all the way through into level 5. Just got to wait for all the things on the screen to stop doing things.
Thank you.
There's a lot going on.
Our official graphic designer of the Carla Marie and Anthony show said he doesn't mind the font, and it's not that bad.
That's it. He's fired.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Let's see. It looks like we're in now level 4. Is that what that says? I feel like it's giving us a lot of info here. There we go. We are through into level 4. Almost done with that.
Oh, we are going to be working on some... Wait, but then why are we not on the money screen?
Oh, because I was going through what we are getting into on the show.
We're going to be working on some new emotes, and we need to make a list of the emotes that we need, and I'm wondering if everyone could just give us some ideas.
Like right now?
Go. Mustard Marie.
Mustard Marie. Mustard Marie or Corporate Carla?
I hate mustard.
Well, you don't look like it. I can tell you that much. See, I like that. Thank you very much, Tacoma Swiftie.
I can get behind that.
The font is fine, but it doesn't scream Carla Marie and Anthony to me.
Maybe we can just use the font that is our logo.
Maybe. Probably a little too bold. It's a big font. I know you can size fonts, but it's just like, it's meant to be big and kind of on its own. Yeah. Oh, let's see. Jen said I put together a new work document and I used Franklin Gothic book.
All of the Gothic family fonts are actually pretty good. The fact that I'm at a part of my life where I know this.
I don't.
Yeah, because you don't do social media images.
I don't. No. That's not where I live. That's not my space. Oh, good point, Court. She said that might be too much the same because we got like that font on a bunch of other stuff. Anyway, we're not going to sit here and talk about fonts because that's pretty lame.
I don't know. I bet there's a whole Twitch like niche that would love it.
Oh, you know what? This came up in one of my group chats with my friends because the word niche was typed.
Is it niche or niche?
Niche is, I think, how it's supposed to be pronounced. Niche is kind of how a lot of people pronounce it anyway. Like, oh, that's your niche.
It's niche.
But it's supposed to be niche.
Isn't it French?
But I'm just not, I don't know, probably French. But I think I'm just going to be like a peasant and say niche. That's fine by me.
Well, I'll correct you every time.
Okay. Let's see. Brackets busted for some people.
We have requests for emotes, cats, and then garbage for throw it in the garbage.
We could do that.
I like that.
I think there will definitely be some sort of cat theme to the new update. Because, like, right now, if you look at the chat on Twitch, there's little microphones by people. And those microphones represent a certain level of subscription. So if you've subscribed for 6 months, you get a certain color. If you've subscribed for 9, you get a certain color. Over 2 years is another color, which we'll get to soon. And I think we're going to change those and the little things that come up. Like if someone gifts a bit right now, there's a little diamond or a little whatever. Yeah, I guess it's like a diamond or there you go. Unicorn Cindy with 1,000 bits, and it has a little, what's that called? Megaphone?
Yeah, well, that's a party horn.
A party horn. And then Madison gifted 100, and there's a little diamond. So I think when those pop up, both the subscription badges and the bit badges, I want to be like cat themed.
Okay.
And maybe each cat takes like a thing, right?
We need a word. We need the word sports with a Z.
Why?
It's because when we talk about sports, people can use that.
So if you say anything about sports, people are just supposed to start typing in sports with a Z.
Yeah.
We can't even get enough people to put in the shot glass when we do shots every day. Well, because the whole idea of putting the shot glass in there.
I think people forget it's there.
Oh, that's fine. Dana on Long Island, thank you very much for the bits. Oh, we got a lot coming in now. Dana, Jordan with 300 bits, thank you very much. And that's gotten us through 40% of Hype Train Level 4.
And here come the shots.
Very soon. Well, don't do the shot glasses yet because we don't really...
No, I mean I'm preparing myself.
Oh, okay. And real quick...
Do we have any announcements?
What do you mean?
To make?
Oh, there actually is something that we talked about, and it was in my my ad part of the morning show podcast this morning. We have a discount code with our friends at the Roosevelts. You may have seen it if you were here for the countdown screen. It's a special link, and you use code CMA when you check out, and it's 20% off one time, right? On anything you want. You could throw in 800 things in your cart, get 20% off the whole order. And today, they're launching a bunch of shirts in their Little Things collection, but it's Little Things is it's like my favorite collection of theirs. So it's like little umbrellas right? But they're doing it all Marvel based because they have their new Marvel deal. And on Tuesday
of next week,
of this past week, they launched or of this week, they launched their Spider-Man collection.
Yes.
And today is their Little Things Marvel collections, and it is really cool. Okay. And I got to see one of their shirts before anyone else. I can't. I was sworn to secrecy. You're not part of the club.
I am part of the club because I've probably sold more Roosevelt shirts than you.
No, you ain't. I don't think you did, actually, because every time I wear a Roosevelt shirt, people usually come up to me and ask me where I got it. So I think by word of mouth, I've probably sold more.
I have more social media followers. I win.
Let's see. Bianca, have you played Hurdle? So I tried Hurdle once, and it is very similar to 2 Second Tune. It's all based on like the name that tune kind of framework.
I heard the person that made Hurdle listen to the podcast.
I don't think that's true. Let's see. Jen, thank you very much for the gifted subs. Jen G, 2 different Jens, thank you also very much for the gifted sub. And I think, Carla Marie, that takes us into, there it is, level 5 complete. Let's see it. Shot glasses. Bam and bam. Jen
you can get that in your happy box.
There we go.
This one.
Okay. What are you doing? Let's see. Today's Cover Lovers was awesome. Thank you very much, Lisa.
It was fun.
I had a fun time putting that one together.
Glass.
See, that's kind of what we need when shot time comes.
Uh-oh.
You're going to have to go get another thing of vodka.
There is no more.
There's chilled vodka in the fridge, little bottles.
Oh, I looked. Well, we can't mix them.
You take that one, I'll take the other one.
In here?
Yeah, I'll just drink it straight. I don't care. It's chilled already. It's in the fridge.
Why don't you go get it? I got this one.
Because you're the
shot girl.
You're the drink wench.
I'm the
Look, with that shirt, you're clearly the drink wench.
I'm the bottle girl.
You know when you go to medieval times, you're allowed to call the servers wenches?
No, because my headphones are tucked into my clothes.
Okay, fine. Is that still allowed at medieval times? Are you allowed to call women wenches?
I don't know. You're a wench.
I am not.
So I should mix this? Yeah?
What? Mix what?
This shot.
Did you not?
In here.
Is there ice in there?
Yes. I don't know if anybody noticed, but that's not a shirt. That's a cat. Johnny, say good morning to everybody. Sometimes he likes to escape from the girls. And he comes and hides other places. Right, buddy? Okay. When my friend was bartending, she loved being called a bar wench. That's funny. Tell you what, I've had so many bottles of alcohol since I moved here to Seattle with more alcohol than I had furniture. I don't know why I had so much, but I did. And I'm finally getting to a point where my bar rack is actually normal and not bottle on top of bottle.
Yeah, that's a lot of shot glasses in the chat. That's pretty cool.
What'd you get? Elk Rider.
Elk Rider. Not gonna lie.
That's gin. That's why I didn't get it.
Oh, this is gin. There's more. There is vodka in there. Hold, please.
No, Seattle cocktail closed. I'm going to fix that. I'm scared. Thanks. I literally told Google to put on Springscapes. So that's our background today. Is Springscapes. It actually matches. Look at that. Are we going to have an official shot of the day from Seattle Cocktail Club? Heartless Jim, thanks for using the shot glasses and subscribing. Ooh, a cocktail emote? Okay, hold on. So far, we have cats, obviously, a cocktail emote, sports. What else did we say? Oh, garbage. Okay. Aw. Owen loved the flowers when he saw them. How cute. Oh, no.
There's a cat on the floor. Did you know that?
He was in here the whole time.
Was he really? All right, go.
He saw him running. Oh, a train.
What? Watch your foot, please. I don't want to break it.
Emotes. All right, I put lime in there already, but we can do it.
Are we mixing these?
No,
okay. No, I thought that's what you were doing. Will the You Look Great shot glass be available
to build your own happy box in the future? Great question. It is something I talked about with them. Stay tuned.
Oh, a gym-related emote? That'd be good. Especially if we do another You Look Great challenge.
You're going to take that and this whole bottle fit in here.
Yeah. It's like you're not from New Jersey sometimes. I'm disappointed in you as a human. You didn't do shots?
In college, I guess. But I know.
What were you sitting in your dorm room playing Settlers of Catan?
No.
You dork?
No.
What were you doing?
Rock band.
Oh, yeah.
I would spit it out at the bar or dump it on the floor.
You know, I had a friend who threw up on the floor of a bar.
I'm not surprised.
Literally under the bar, he just threw up and walked away. And no one knew it was him. He never got kicked out.
An LA Fitness and Ballard emoji? No, they better pay for that.
You know, for all the love I've given LA Fitness and Ballard specifically, and just LA and LA Fitness in general, I guess, we did try to get them on as advertisers on our show one time. This is way back in the day, and it totally failed. They were like, we can give you a free membership. I was like, I'm already here. Yeah. I'm not giving away all of my work for a free membership. It's $40. All right. Good morning. I'm at work, but going to listen while I'm at work. Thank you very much, Mellow FM. Oh, howdy, Swan.
Perfect. We have a birthday.
Oh, who we got?
It's Z from NYC's dog's birthday. Romeo turns 11.
Sure, screw it. Let's go.
Cheers. Cheers.
What, Carla Marie? Oh, last day of their 20s. Woo. Gonna take a little sip of water there. You struggling over there?
Mm-hmm.
That's your favorite vodka, too. I like the company that decided to put lime juice in a lime-shaped thing. Like, oh, this will sell. Listen, I agree, Chris. I agree, Angela. LA Fitness should be sponsoring the show. At least sponsoring me.
They don't need you, though. You've given away so much free advertising.
They would definitely make your ass walk the plank if you were on a pirate ship with that shirt. They're like, you can't even drink. Get out of here. Walk the plank. We should have a swallow emote.
I just wrote it. I don't know what that would consist of, but
I think just
isn't
the
that a
word.
Bird? Isn't a swallow a bird?
The swallow is a bird. All right, now that we are done with that, we have waited long enough to get into the meat of the show, and that is what we're going to do now. So, congratulations to us and to you. 5 days in a row of the hype train, or 5 shows in a row, I should say. So thank you guys very, very much for that.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Which we'll probably get to 6 because Mondays are the easiest day of the week to get a hype train going because like most subscriptions end over the weekend.
Yes.
They get triggered again on Monday. Tuesday and Thursday are Tuesday is the most difficult one, actually. Anyway, Electric Anthony. So yesterday was quite the day for me. You'll notice that I've got a Band-Aid on this finger. And you'll also notice that, where is it? I can't move far enough.
You can't see it.
Hold on. Can you see it at all?
No, you just stand up.
Right over there. Well, I got to move the chair too. Oh, so you can't even really see it. But there's a little heating unit over there.
So a few months ago, the button that turns on that little heater kind of just got like stuck inside. So I reached out to the company that makes the heater and they're like, oh, you're under warranty. Send us that old one. We'll see if we can repair it. If not, we send you a new one. So finally the new one comes in and it involves, there's like wires, like electrical, like blue to whatever color, whatever. And
there's a 2 black wires. One of them is kind of painted white and a ground wire, which is just copper.
And my brother-in-law is an electrician, has been an electrician for, I don't know, 40 years, 30 years, whatever. So I had originally sent him the photo. He's like, make sure you take a photo so you know what it looks like, all that stuff. So finally comes in. Anthony's like, I'm going to set it up. I was like, okay. He's like, we just got to turn the electricity off, obviously. So he flips off the electricity for this bedroom. And he starts going at it.
Oh, is that where I take over? So I had all the wires out, right? And I tapped all of them very quickly to be like, okay, it's not electric, I'm good. And I got through the first pair of wires to connect them, and I put the little plastic cap on it.
Yep.
Apparently, I didn't put the cap on it tight enough. So as I was doing the second wire, the first cap fell down. But then one of my fingers hit the newly connected wires, and my arm felt like it was about to explode. You ever do the
the Addams Family.
The Addams Family game in the arcade where you hold on to it and it's like shakes you very, very
so
fast.
Good at that.
I never thought that actually felt like being electrocuted, but it actually does to a T.
Okay.
It's so weird. So I felt like my whole arm was just doing this like thing. And I obviously like moved my hand.
I'm not kidding. When he's like, I just got electrocuted, I swear to God, his hair was like.
My hair was already a mess that day.
Turns out there's an entire breaker for electric heat.
Yeah.
We didn't know that it was on there. So that then went off.
But keep in mind, this Band-Aid is not from being electrocuted. This Band-Aid is because I was trying to strip the wires a little bit to make them easier to like wrap up within each other. And the knife just slipped, and I cut the top knuckle on my index finger on my left hand.
And somehow managed to drip blood all over the house. I don't understand.
I didn't realize how much it was bleeding until I got to the sink.
But I don't understand. Were you just doing this? Like when you cut yourself, you do this?
No, I just walked. I just literally walked with my finger out.
So,
I think I walked with it up.
So then we get the heat, and it's on, and it's working. And it's great. We're like, okay, it's on. But that heat like makes a burning smell. These new heaters every year, even when I started for the season, even tells you.
And it tells you you're supposed to run it for 48 to 72 hours on low to get rid of that new heater smell.
But Anthony's like, I'm concerned. Like, let's just look at the wires to make sure they're not burning. We look, turn everything off. Wires aren't burning. Put the heat back on. Doesn't turn on.
Yeah.
And now we can't get it back. We're FaceTiming my brother-in-law. He's like, first of all, that set of wires doesn't even make sense. I'm like, yeah, but every other heater is this. We don't know. So now we are waiting to hear back from an electrician who's going to come out.
But that getting shocked, like, scared the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Because at first I didn't even know what happened because I didn't realize I touched the other wires. You know, because my focus was on something else.
What? Fred the mailman. I did a Tough Mudder, and there were a few spots where they give you an electric shock.
Yeah.
It absolutely sucked. That last part put me down on one knee. That sounds like what if you have a heart attack?
So
you can't do that with a pacemaker.
They'll tell you, actually, if you have heart problems, to skip that one. It's one of the last obstacles. And
I don't know that I would have liked that.
It's basically a bunch of dangling wires, and you're supposed to try to weave through them or run as fast as you can, and it like zaps you real quick. I remember when I think I did 2 Tough Mudders. I did. And on both of them, I was able to avoid every electrode or electric wire because I got really lucky during one of them where it was kind of windy that day. So the wind came through and kind of like shifted all of them to the side. So I just dove as far as I could.
I don't know that I would like a Tough Mudder. Like, I think I would, and then I see the mud and the drowning, and I'm like...
There's nothing enjoyable about them. I've
why
done
do
2.
People do it?
Because it's testing yourself. It's testing your, like, mental resolve. Because it's testing you mentally and physically.
Then just go sit in a sauna.
Because the physical part of it is definitely challenging, right? It's 13 miles or 11 miles, whatever it was. It's long. And there's, you're climbing up muddy hills and you're crawling on your hands and knees and you're jumping into water. So the physical part is tough. But everyone has an obstacle or two that will break you mentally or try to break you mentally. Like mine, where I almost quit, was there's like a tunnel you're supposed to walk.
Nope. Can you
go
avoid
through?
it?
You can walk around to every single obstacle.
I would just walk around the whole place.
And I have I'm not necessarily fully claustrophobic. I know that's a real fear for people, but I do get really freaked out in tight spaces. And it's not even tight spaces. I get freaked out if I feel like I don't have an escape. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I remember going to the side originally on that Tough Mudder obstacle where you have to get on your hands and knees and kind of go through a tunnel. And I realized that the tunnels were actually only covered by basically planks and hay. So I thought to myself, you know what? Worst comes to worst, I'm just going to break up through the top of this thing.
Yeah,
I did it.
I think I would get to a point in the race where where I would think to myself, you need to do everything to feel like you accomplished it. But same thing with tight spaces. And this girl, Sarah, that I know because we both went to Dr. Ruse, my orthodontist, and we've actually both done videos with him. She posted a video the other day that was like, would you follow me into this hole? And it was a guy on the side of a mountain under a waterfall, gushing water into this little hole. And he just goes whoop into a hole in the side of a mountain. And it's super tiny. And I said, watching that video just gave me so much anxiety. And she's like, everyone is saying that. And I'm like, nope. The touch tunnel at Liberty Science Center, I'm out.
I panicked in that thing once in the touch tunnel in Liberty Science Center. Now I think a lot of cities have their own little science center for kids. This is the one that's in Jersey City. It represents the whole New York area. And it's supposed to make you,
awesome,
as a kid, understand what it's like to try to navigate when you're blind. Totally pitch black in there. And I got stuck. There's bars that you're supposed to kind of navigate through. And I kind of got stuck. So they actually had to turn the light on for me.
It feels like that's a terrible thing for children to go through.
No, I think it does a good job, though, of making you understand how difficult life can be.
Okay, but they make you crawl through it. Just because you're blind doesn't mean you're crawling through a tunnel.
Yeah.
If I'm walking, I'll be okay.
Maybe. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. The other part of Tough Mudder that did freak me out is they have a water obstacle. It's like the ice bucket, basically. So it's a gigantic dumpster. And there's different versions of it. So the first year I did it, it was more of a...
This is Tough Mudder. I thought we were still talking about the touch tunnel.
No. The first year I did it, I think... Maybe they were both in the same... Maybe both obstacles were in the same course. Either way, one water obstacle was going through a lake-type area. And you have to duck under these big... Really big barrels. And that's kind of nerve-wracking because you're really tired and you've got to like dunk yourself under freezing
people
water.
Die?
I'm sure someone's died at some point. The other one, though, that was even worse was they had a gigantic dumpster filled with ice water. And the goal of this obstacle...
Screaming.
The goal of this obstacle is you jump in to this ice water bath, but then you have to go under a wooden plank. Now, the wooden plank is like this thin, so you're really just dunking yourself under. But when you're freezing cold and you've got to submerge your whole body and then complete an action like that, that was tough.
Yeah, no thank you. Tough Mudder has gotten some negative press over the years as participants have been injured and even died as a result of some of the obstacles. There was a drowning death at a race in the last obstacle called Walk the Plank in 2013.
Which one is Walk the Plank? Is that the one I was just talking about? Doesn't make sense.
What is the difference between Spartan Race and Tough Mudder?
So they're just two different companies. Spartan Race has 3 levels of the Spartan Race that you can do. There's like a sprinting one. There's like a short, medium distance, and long distance Spartan Race. And then I think at the end of every like Spartan Race season, the top qualifiers get to go to like the ultimate Spartan Race.
I'm good.
But they're both the same idea. They've both also like kind of decreased in popularity because after you do 1 or 2, you're like, I don't need to do that again.
I feel like that there was like this surge of people doing them, and now it's gone.
Father Mailman said Spartan Race has more fire, Mudder has more ice.
They should call them Fire and Ice and do them together.
I know, I think they're separate companies.
I know, but idiots work together.
Amanda O'Brien, hello.
Mighty Minnie, thank you for subscribing.
Appreciate that. Would you file that under toxic masculinity? What?
The race?
The race itself? I don't think so.
No, because I've seen plenty of women to the race.
Yeah, I did it with a group, actually. So both times that I've done a Tough Mudder, there were women with me. One of them, Sam, did with me.
That's right.
Sam, my friend Chris. Who else?
Didn't you do one with your ex-girlfriend?
I did, yeah. There's a whole group of us. It wasn't like a date. There was a whole group of people that did it.
That would be a date you would take someone on and be like, all right, first date, let's try this and let's see if we survive.
Let's see. I feel like Anthony is the type of person that would go to that crazy haunted house where you sign a waiver and the actors torture you.
No.
I don't think I would.
No, he wouldn't. He would like to put himself through torture. He doesn't want anyone else to put himself.
Yeah, I don't want people touching me. I think that's my thing.
Can I tickle you?
No, you can't. Don't do that. Because what's going to happen if you tickle me is my arm is going to like spaz out and it's going to hit you. And then I'm going to be like the guy who hit someone on Twitch, hit a woman on Twitch.
I'm trying to look up what the plank is. I did a 5K color run, except I did it with my mom and her friend, and we walked. And it was so fun. You get chalk bags and you throw them at each other.
Yeah, totally different. I do like how the obstacles kind of went from being super, super difficult and like life-threatening to just like, oh, let's throw colored paint at one another and run.
So Walk the Plank looks like you just jump into a pit of freezing mud
I
water.
vaguely remember that.
I keep seeing people saying the urban Tough Mudder. What is the one that is, this might be the same thing where it's like blow up things and all kinds of stuff. Like,
I don't know.
They do it in cities.
I don't know.
Okay.
Like a big bounce house you run through?
Yeah, like I think we keep talking about the Carla Marie and Anthony You Look Great 5K run for the cure or whatever it is. I think we need to put together like an obstacle one that's like fun. Like basically let's put Discovery Zone as a 5K.
That'd be fun.
If you don't know what Discovery Zone is.
Was Discovery Zone a national chain?
I don't think so. Danny K said inflatable 5K. Yes.
All right, we're going to move on because I don't even know. We went from myself getting electrocuted, and also as I was talking about the injury, my little cut on this finger, which is probably fine now, someone asked if my nail fell off, the black nail that I had, and that has not fallen off yet. It's actually almost my full nail now. It looks like it was poorly painted.
Wait, can I see at the end, though? My biggest fear is like something like that happens when I'm about to get married and then I have a black nail.
No one's going to care.
I guess you can paint it.
Also, yeah, if it's yours, you can paint it anyway.
You can paint your nails.
I could paint mine as well. I did think, you know what's funny? Is after looking down and seeing my nail like this, I was like, I do wonder what my nails would look like painted black.
We've already agreed you will paint your nails black for When We Were Young festival.
I could do that.
Everyone remember, when he tries to fight me on it, we'll use Young Nails polish.
I'm going to a festival of a bunch of 30 late 20 and 30 somethings who are trying to relive early 2000s. So
well. Sir, 40s are in there
some
too.
40s are in there, yeah.
Can we just paint your nails black now and see what people do?
Now here's
Like,
why I
see
can't.
how people treat you differently.
The only way that I would paint my nails, and if we do this for when we were Young Fest, we're going to do it. Only way I'm going to paint my nails, for the first time at least, is if somehow my cousins Habib and Greg are involved with young nails.
I will do it.
But I want to do like a stream with them.
Okay. That's fine. Can you paint mine as a stream too? I think
Sure, yeah.
Are you going to wear eyeliner too when we were young?
No. My eyes are so beautiful as it is. Why would I do that? What? I got good lashes.
You do have very
That's
good
what everyone
lashes.
tells me.
They're like so like that's what I bought.
You know what people like when you put their fingers directly in their eyeballs? That's always really enjoyable for everybody in the world.
I think we'll get you drunk and convince you to do eyeliner.
I did have eyeliner on at least once. Twice, actually. Once was when we had, what was her name? The drag queen that came in.
Miss Gay Everett?
Yes. But why can't I think of her name?
That's all I remember.
Someone's got to remember. She had a dirty little secret where he was in the army and she was a cross-dresser on the side.
I don't think you say cross-dresser.
Not cross-dresser, sorry. No. What do you say?
Drag queen.
Oh, why can't I think about it? Why can't I think of it? Anyway, so that was one time. Are you looking at Miss Gay Everett?
Well, that was what she won.
Yeah.
Kelly.
Kelly Hunt. Miss Kelly
Kelly
Hunt.
Hunt.
There we go. Thank you. Thank you very much, Texas Chris. You are the man.
Chris.
So.
That was like 8 years ago.
So.
No.
But we played it multiple times.
Yeah.
And she came into the show and did my makeup for Halloween.
The other time was when we were filming for Access TV and you were supposed to look like a rock star.
Yeah, they gave me a big, huge wig. They gave me zebra pants.
It didn't come off the eyeliner for days because you didn't really take it off properly.
The fact that women do that on a somewhat daily or actual daily basis, wild. You guys are scrubbing so close to your eyeballs.
And that's why we get eye wrinkles, because we're rubbing our eyes.
It just sounds so dumb. So dumb. Like, why do you do it? What is eyeliner supposed to do?
Eyeliner for me actually makes my eyes look smaller, so I don't really use it. If anything, I use it on the top, but not underneath. For me, and the people that still put it on their lid and not underneath, what are you doing?
What do you mean?
There's people that put it.
Nope. Okay. Not doing that again.
So you can do on here, but there are people like what we did when we were in middle school with even our white eyeliner. You pull this down and put it on that rim.
Oh, like above your eyelashes.
Yeah, on the rim.
That sounds so dumb. My mom, and I don't know if this is probably illegal. My mom used to do her eye makeup sometimes like at traffic lights. And when I say at traffic lights, I mean really while she was driving. And it's just wild to me that women do that. I get all the other makeup. I even get, is it mascara? That's the thing you put in your eyelashes. I get it. And as much as I hate them, I even get fake eyelashes.
We're gonna do
the
this
eyeliner thing though.
I think this weekend maybe.
What?
We'll do a special stream, maybe Saturday night because we don't have anything planned currently, and I will take out my essential makeup that I use, and I won't tell you what it's for. You will do my makeup.
Oh, I'll do yours.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. I'm not putting eyeliner's not going on my face again. It takes too long. And my eyes
when in Vegas.
What? I'll put it. No, I'm not doing that. Moving on. I don't know how we got to the topic of me putting on makeup, but Carla Marie's birthday gift. Now, if you remember, Carla Marie had been complaining for a little bit that she had never gotten a birthday gift from me. And to be fair,
I'm still complaining because you still haven't posted on Instagram and it's 19 days after.
I'll do the 1 month anniversary of your birthday. That's what I'll do. So on March 8th, 5th, April 5th, I will do, March 8th is my brother's birthday. So on April 5th, I will do a 1 month anniversary of Carla Marie's birthday. How about that? Anyway, the reason, let me explain. Actually, you know what? Show everyone the gift first, and I'll explain why it was so late. Whichever one you want. Well, only one is for me.
Okay. I got a star necklace.
It's a tiny little star, and yes, it's very small, but before people make fun of me, it's what she wanted.
It is. I said I want a tiny... We were at Nordstrom, and I was like, I want all of these. And they were like little diamond, like dainty, whether it was like a star, a moon, a letter.
Why don't you take it off and put it into the camera so people can actually see it? And we'll just wait here. No big deal.
I can't.
I still have that radio, like...
who was just talking about this on social media? Sean Tempesta, maybe? From Free For All show, how, like, dead air freaks you out.
Yeah.
Okay, wait.
Don't disconnect the love circle? I don't know what that means. Are you, like, not supposed to take it off ever? Okay,
how am I supposed to show it like this, right? Like this is what jewelers
or put it
do?
in the box.
I'm gonna go work for your dad.
You're doing a great job. This is a great audition. Tell you what. Can I show you something? Hold on, you're being a
there's
big
something
dumb.
in here.
I know, but you're being a big dum. Let me show you something.
I'll let jeweler.
Why would you hold it at the end?
You're the
when you can hold it.
You're
there.
the Prince of Diamonds from Tinder Swindler.
There you go. So that's what it looks like.
It's got diamonds on it. Right?
There you go.
Okay, well now I'm not gonna put it back on right now. Yeah, but this is exactly what I wanted.
Hold on. Lenny just said he feels like he's watching QVC. I hope one day on QVC someone looks at their co-host and goes, I don't know why you're doing that. You're being a big dum-dum. Just in the middle of the broadcast.
Anyway, you were explaining the story, not me. You were explaining the story of the necklace.
The story of the necklace? Oh, why it took so long?
Yes.
Okay, so my dad's a jeweler. I got that piece from my dad's jewelry store. If you want information on how to get great jewelry, hit me up, especially if you're in New Jersey, North Jersey specifically, or if you like to drive there. He can. And that's where this is going. So I talked to my dad over the phone, sent him some pictures of what Carla Marie liked, and said, what do you have that's similar to this? And he sent me a couple of pictures, picked that one.
Didn't he make it himself?
He set it himself, yes.
Set it. Explain that to everybody.
So he's the one who put the diamonds in there, I believe. I could be wrong. But either way, it came from his store.
Okay.
Now, you're right.
I'm going to do this later.
So, because I was getting it from my dad in New Jersey, he was going to have to send it through the mail to Washington. And normally you do insured mail, you do overnight just to minimize any sort of risk in mailing it. But right before Carla Marie's birthday, Sam from Elvis's show was supposed to surprise Carla Marie the Friday before her birthday. And I was like, you know what? Instead of worrying about the mail, why don't you, because my dad's in North Jersey, he can easily drive down to Jersey City, drop it off to Sam, and she can bring it with her. It was going to be perfect. I told Sam, I told my dad, everything was great. Unfortunately, Sam had a death in the family, so she had to cancel her trip literally the day before.
Yeah.
So I wasn't going to have time to have my dad mail it before everyone got here and we were out of the house for a long time, and I didn't want to not be here when the carrier arrived. And then for almost 3 weeks straight, we were traveling.
Yeah.
So I didn't have a good time where I could tell my dad, hey, ship it today, and I know that I'll be home all day tomorrow to receive it. So that had to wait until this week, till I got back from San Diego, and that's when Carla Marie got it. So when I landed literally Monday in San Diego, I called my dad, I told him, and he sent it the next day.
Vicky brings up something very important.
Yes.
I wanted to read it.
She said, wait, is this the first jewelry gift Tones has ever given to anyone? I think so.
No. You're not going to play that card.
I think so.
No.
Okay.
Because in every podcast we've ever done on Twitch, all you ever said was, even though my dad's a jeweler, I've never given a girl jewelry.
I usually say I will not give a girl jewelry. I think I may have given my last girlfriend jewelry at some point.
You're a dick. Because you know why? For years you have said, my dad's a jeweler, but I've never given any. Get her on the horn.
No, that's not happening.
Get her on the
Tell you what, that ain't happening.
I'm going to reach out to her. Excuse me.
There's a chance, but there's also a chance you might be the first. It's a toss-up, 50-50.
And why are you just telling me now? Because the other day I was like, oh my God, I'm the first girlfriend, and you just went with it.
I didn't say yes or no. I wasn't going to ruin the moment. So yeah, I'd say 50-50.
So you have lied to me and the people for years.
No, I just can't say.
I bet your parents will remember.
I just can't say definitively. You know what? No, because that was like a weird flower thing. It wasn't real jewelry, but it was a necklace.
What?
I'm trying to think.
So did it come from your dad?
No, it didn't.
Why would you buy someone jewelry that wasn't from your dad?
I was at this jewelry show with my dad.
Oh.
And it's like it's at the Jacob Javits Center. And there's all these different dealers and stuff. And that was for my college girlfriend, though. And that was like a very cheap piece. It was almost not costume jewelry because it wasn't pretending to be gold. It was just not a real piece of.
It's just funny.
Definitely the first time diamonds have been involved.
Okay, that's fine. I'll accept that. However, if I rolled the tape, I could find.
I'm sure you could.
At least 15 times, whether it's My Day Friday here or our radio show where you said, even though my dad's a jeweler, I've never bought a female jewelry because once I do that, then what else is there to do?
I'm just trying to make sure that if I did at some point
you think she's going to come out and be like...
No, I don't think she will. Wow. It is most likely.
I can't.
Most likely.
Now, everything you say, no one's ever going to believe you.
That's fine. It's most likely.
He says it all the time.
It is most likely the first time I have given a piece of jewelry, and definitely the first time diamonds have been involved. How about that? If I'm being very, very specific. Is that fine?
I can't with you. I literally cannot.
Why does everyone have to ruin my gift? Why did my gift have to be ruined? Let me ask you that.
I was going to bring it up, and Goosey would like me to show it again. It's a necklace.
Are you even looking at the camera when you try to display this thing? You'd be the worst QVC person. Be like, yeah, this is it.
Stop!
What?
God.
What?
You whipped me with it. Okay, but then there's more.
Okay. Wait, there's more.
So Anthony's parents also got me a gift, which technically I got before yours because you gave it to me first.
I did give it to you first, yeah.
Are you guys ready? I don't think you're ready for this.
You can speak, you know that, right?
Well, I'm focusing. It says you look great. It's what, 2 of 2?
Yeah, I think my mom has one as well. So you have like a friendship necklace with my mom.
I'm telling you, I think we need to sell them.
Listen, my dad originally did want to sell them, and we could sell them online. We'd have to figure out a way to do it. Maybe make it like a limited run. Maybe make 25 of them.
Oh, jeez.
What did you do?
I didn't do it. This is the first time I took it out of here. No, that's FedEx.
Can't wait. Don't touch it. Don't pull it. Don't do anything. So
please sell them. You guys, you kidding me? You would not buy these.
I don't even know how much this would cost. So
$3 million.
That's not true. So it's hard to get it in focus, but the Y, the L, and the G have little tiny diamonds in them.
We could do it without diamonds.
Probably.
$25,000 of them. Wait, did someone say 25,000?
So there you go. You look great.
I love it. I want
the Y, the L, and the G are diamond.
I want to get a double what's it called, plated one for my dad.
Oh, like what girls used to do with the letter in high school? It was like a big C or something.
Do you want?
You have one? You have the double plated one?
Wait, no, I don't have that. I have something else. But, please sell them in gold and silver. First 50 callers, limited run. But wait, there's more. Yeah, Jersey Quinn, set up a pre-order and only make enough for people who paid for them.
That's true. And we can maybe make it like we do 4 different versions. We do a silver. I guess it would be 5 then. A silver, a white gold, a yellow gold, and a rose gold. And then we do one with like diamonds. What?
I would like a rose gold.
A rose gold one? Go for it. You don't have to buy that one yourself, though. Yeah, that's all tangled up there. All right, well, listen, and this is something my dad did want to do, actually, and I've got to give my dad a lot of credit. It was his idea. This was like a sample that he made, but he wanted to do them towards the end of last year, obviously right before Christmas, and we had just closed our merch store. We were about to take 2 weeks off. I got COVID, and I called my dad, and I was like, we can't do this right now. There's just not enough, as the corporate people would say, don't have enough bandwidth for that right now.
Okay,
But it was his full idea.
Shipping jewelry, we need to come up with a better system.
What did you say?
Shipping jewelry.
Oh, shipping jewelry. I was saying shipping joy.
We can't just ship it in a USPS.
No, it'd have to. The shipping would cost a little more because it's usually insured.
Or you can pick it up.
But there are companies that ship. I mean, it happens. There are companies that ship things, and jewelry is one of them that are very valuable.
Oh, a wild G would be cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have this.
What is that? Does that say your name? Your full name?
Carla Marie.
Is it double ring or just one?
I think it's.
You fit your whole ass name on here? Wow, they really squeezed that font together, huh?
And the C and the M are, I guess, diamonds,
Yeah.
and the underline is diamonds. I used to have a necklace, too. I have no idea where that is. And then this is my grandma's ring. It's supposed to be a C. My grandpa bought it for her.
Okay.
Very
It looks like an E.
Clearly an E. But Carmela.
Was your grandfather born in Italy?
No.
Oh, I was thinking maybe they like convinced him it was a C because he was Italian, didn't speak English or something.
No, neither of my grandparents had accents either.
Because this is like very much an E. I don't know. Unless someone took a lot of liberty with a capital C in script.
I used to say this all the time, Amanda, that like in high school when I got this, I think I got it from my Sweet 16. I'd be like, yeah, I'll punch you and you're going to have my name on your face.
That would be something that Bully Marie says.
Should I start wearing it again?
No. You probably shouldn't. Who got you this, huh?
I think my parents. I do have some jewelry from. You are not the first person to buy me jewelry.
I don't need to be. I'm fine.
To make sure that was clear.
Yeah, exactly. Tell me you're from New Jersey without telling me you're from New Jersey.
That's it.
This is, and I don't know, like I'm sure Florida participated in this ridiculous trend, but there was the nameplate game. It's still a thing in New Jersey. Like there are still like parents that come to buy things for their high school age daughters, and it'll be like a full diamond nameplate.
I mean, hey, good for your dad.
I just love. Are you listening to a voicemail?
I didn't mean to play it. The electrician called. He said, "Seems like you need some help with the heater."
Yeah, well, I electrocuted myself.
Bully Marie.
But the fact that you put two names on one finger.
Well, it was that or just go full.
You should have done the double.
Rapper.
No, you should have done the double. Where they have like, it's a bar that's connected to both.
My fingers are tiny.
Oh, yeah, Long Island, obviously. And when I say New Jersey, I really mean like the tri-state area. So Connecticut, New York, Long Island is obviously included in there. And New Jersey, obviously.
Lisa said, also, Jen and I have rings with our initials on it, and they were so damn small, turned out to be more like pinky rings, both super New Jersey and super Italian. I have a ring that I was given, I don't know what, it's the tiniest little thing, I can't wear it. It was for something I did as a baby. Like, what baby is going to wear a ring?
Oh, that was, yeah, a lot of, that was also for like christenings. People would do that.
All of my rings that I have,
I had for the record, I believe I had an A ring. It just said, and someone got it for me when I was like a baby.
I'd wear it on a necklace now.
It was like one of those rings that like you can, it wasn't like this where the A was like separate. It was a nameplate ring, so you could change the little initial. You just like solder it on there. So it's like a flat surface, and you put the letter on it.
Yeah.
And I guess babies are supposed to wear them or something.
That seems like a choking hazard.
And then my dad had a machine that's like you could slightly adjust ring sizes, specifically for like wedding bands. You can stretch them out a little bit. And I tried when I was in middle school or something to stretch out my baby ring and completely like ruined the whole thing.
That's sad.
Yeah, that was fun. No, I mean, I was never going to wear it again.
Renee said CM should do that reel. Which one?
This one. So I was doing this.
Oh.
And you should go back and do you should just do it for your dad specifically. Like all the Italian things you're like
I'll do it when I go for
the separate fridge in the garage.
The 6 fridges.
You should just go to his closet, open up his closet, and just like with all his crazy shirts. And then he could be like, I don't know, having some gabagool.
Never eaten a taco.
And just this thing.
I won't tell him what it is. He won't get it even when I show him the food.
But he'll do it. If you tell him, Dad, just do this in a video.
He'll be like, what are you doing it for?
Yeah. This thing.
We already have this emote, which is great. It's just an emoji. I'll show his necklaces. What else?
Yeah.
Necklaces.
Does he have an Italian horn?
No.
You know, I used to have an Italian horn.
Why?
I don't know. I just thought it was cool, and this is the benefit of having a dad who's a jeweler. There were some times that I would just take things and wear them for a little bit and then give them back.
I guess. I mean, it's not like clothes.
Yeah, exactly. It was a piece of metal. You clean it up and you put it back in.
My sister might have one. I have an actual Italian horn under my bed.
Right now?
Yeah. To ward off the demons. No, it's in my drawer.
Can you get it and show everyone? This is show and tell today.
Wait, think of what else though, my dad. His chest hairs with all of his chains.
Oh, I do know your dad. He has a New York Yankees gold charm thing, right? Which I had in high school, for the record.
No, it's like a plate.
So he has the one, I think it has like onyx, like, right? Isn't it black in the background? So it's got like a little onyx like background, and it's the Yankees script. I had the NY.
Yeah, he has that. What else could I think he's got a pinky ring. I could show his closet with all his pocket squares.
You got people asking what an Italian horn is. Come on.
I'll go get it. I'm sure he's got a wad of cash somewhere.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a wallet. He just rubber bands his money.
Yeah, I had the NY. And actually what I did, this is like when I first turned, I think I turned 21. I had like all these random charms that I had collected throughout my life from my dad. And I just didn't want any of them anymore. So I took them into New York on one of my trips when I was working for my dad. And I just sold them to the guy who like melts them down. It's like cash for gold. And I made over $1,000 by doing that. There's all these little tiny, like almost trinkets of gold. And that's how I paid for my first trip to Miami. Just sold a bunch of old gold that I was never going to wear again. Yeah, a lot of people are asking what an Italian horn is, Carla Marie. She said she's coming and she's bringing more gold. Jules? I don't know what that. She's yelling like I don't have headphones on. I think I hear her coming down the hall, but I don't know. My dad used the rubber band as well. Oh, there we go.
My dad used to say to me.
Oh, do your parents have a china cabinet?
Yes. Well,
yeah.
It's not. Yeah, it's got Swarovski little people in it.
Oh yeah, my mom used to have one of those too, and we finally, I think, got rid of it.
I try. My dad.
Here's a crystal panda. Isn't this so cool?
Yeah. I'm like, stop. What are we gonna do with this? And then you gotta clean it because they get dusty.
Do you think Swarovski is like falling off the face of the map now? Because I feel like that generation of like.
No, they do. Like they even did a collab, I believe, with Beach Waver recently.
And that, if you like bedazzle something, like I know they have an Air Force One that's Swarovski. I get that. But like the little caricatures that Swarovski made, like, oh, here's a little swan, which is their logo. Here's a little panda bear. Like those things, I can't imagine homeowners who are getting into home ownership now are like, oh, I need a whole china cabinet with Swarovski animals.
It doesn't happen. My sister might. Like,
oof, that's true.
Okay, so I brought all these rings to show.
Oh, they do the New Year's Eve ball. I didn't know that.
Yes, but we'll show those in a second.
Okay. So a lot of rings.
This is an Italian horn. And
it's a big chili pepper.
And I'm pretty sure it's the same one I had from when I was a baby.
What they gave you that as a baby?
It goes under your mattress. And it's supposed to ward off like demons and stuff. I don't know.
Which isn't, I mean, I
but
can't.
But now we don't have mattresses and box springs. I have a mattress and a bed frame, so I put it next.
So I can't clown on it that much in terms of like the warding off demons thing, because in the Middle Eastern culture in a lot of Middle Eastern cultures, I should say, we have the evil eye.
I love blue. The evil eye.
I think Greeks also use it.
But this is like they make little gold one like charms.
Yeah. So I used to have the little gold charm, and I know some people will drive with it, like hanging from their rearview mirror. Yeah, the little gold charm though, not this gigantic chili pepper.
I've seen tinier ones though.
What do you mean, tinier like non-gold ones?
Hang with it.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. My brother-in-law has a gold Italian horn around his neck.
It's kind
exactly.
of
It looks like a chili pepper. Thank you.
Neon Climber. I was going to say that it's similar. Can you hit the Bluetooth button? It's similar to a dream catcher, but
it's discoverable.
Not exactly the same. I got it. I'm going to see if I can get my mom on the horn.
Literal. What? On the Italian horn?
Oh, no, wait, never mind.
I need a cymbal, the drum and cymbal. Why are we calling Mama Marie?
She can explain. It works so much better when we call out, when people call us. That stupid system.
Well, it's because we're calling from an actual phone. We were using Google Voice before.
Hello?
Mom, you're on live on Twitch.
Oh, hi. How are we?
Mom, can you explain what an Italian horn is and what it does?
Italian horn keeps the bad luck away from you. If anybody wishes you harm or bad luck, that's supposed to protect you.
And then you put it, where do you put it?
Well, you can wear the gold one, of course, around your neck as a piece of jewelry, but you never put it on the same chain as a crucifix because it's going harm, it's going good to evil, and that don't go too good. It's got to be on a separate chain. And the red horn goes under your mattress, and that's supposed to keep you safe.
So, Mama
Nobody
Marie,
can harm you during the night. Yes,
two questions. Carla Marie has this red horn with a crown on it. She claims that she had this when it looks like a keychain. Because it literally has a keychain on top.
I just noticed that.
She said she's had this since she was a baby. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay.
No one bought me a new one.
Who gave it to her?
My father-in-law, her grandfather.
Okay.
It was his,
Oh,
and he said to put this under her bed when she was a baby, and then it stayed like that all the while. Went into her crib. It was first in the bassinet, her crib, and then her bed.
But
Okay.
did he give one for Ashley Marie? Because it doesn't seem like it.
Ashley had one, and we found it in Grandpa's house when she died. God forgive me. When she was born, we found another one, and I said, "Oh, look at this!" And then we gave it to Ashley.
Oh.
When she was a baby too.
Do you think Ashley Marie still has her Italian horn?
I would like to say yes, but knowing Ashley, I have no clue.
It's probably at home.
And then my last question, does Freddie Marie have an Italian horn on a chain right now? Or do you?
Yes, he does.
He does. Oh.
No, I don't. As a matter of fact, I have it in my jewelry box.
Maybe you should start
I
wearing
have to
it.
get a white gold one. No, he's still wearing it. Yeah, he's wearing it.
You should wear it.
I know a guy who can hook you up with a white gold Italian horn.
Do you really?
I do, yeah.
Oh, wow.
He's a little shady,
he's a
but I'd
good
vouch
jeweler?
for him. Yeah, I'd vouch for him.
Oh, okay. I'll have to check that out.
Okay, Mom, when I come home, you're eating a taco.
Oh, Carla Marie, I just can't wait.
Don't worry, I won't put cilantro on it.
It sounds very crunchy.
I am going to make you eat a crunchy one. I don't think you'll like a soft one.
I disagree. I think she'd like a soft taco more.
Mm-mm.
Oh, how about we try both?
Yeah.
Okay, look at that. All right, I like this. Okay, Mom, you have a great day. Love you. Bye. You look great.
You guys too. Love you both.
Bye.
Bye.
Let's see. Tacoma Swifty said, why does it look like a pepper? I don't know. It legit looks like a chili pepper. When you see it in gold, it doesn't look as much like a chili pepper, but the fact that this is red,
yeah,
it looks like a pepper.
Well, what other color is it going to be? Well, and there's another thing.
Gold?
There's another thing.
There's another thing. Listen.
There's another thing in Italian culture called giving the horns. And this is when someone is like, you don't like them or they're rude to you or whatever, or it's like, I've had all this bad luck, someone's giving me the horns. And like, my grandma would like do this thing where like, you're talking about someone bad or something where like,
do what?
You would put like, it's basically this, but like
the
believe
rock
you're
horns?
doing that on the table.
Never heard of that one.
Giving someone the horns. The horns. Tell Mom Maria soft taco. It's just a Mexican calzone. Okay, so weirdest thing is I almost started crying when she said that my grandpa gave this to me. My grandpa died when I was 8 years old, and for it was the first death in the family, but I feel like so much of my life, even though it was only 8 years, like I still feel like he was such a huge part of my life, even though I've been alive for triple that at this point. More than that, actually.
Yeah.
Oh my God, quadruple that. So I've been watching or completely finished watching Life After Death on Netflix, which is Tyler Henry, the medium who can talk to people who have passed on or whatever. And I'm like, oh, I want to go on this show so bad to talk to my grandpa because I've never known him as an adult. Like like my grandmas both knew me at this point, but like he didn't. And I want to know like what he thinks and is he still here with me? And it's like the one person I could still cry about that has, I don't mean one person, but like older person in my life that I could still cry about. And I'm always like, oh, like, is he still here with me? Blah, blah, whatever. I had no idea. And I'm telling you, I've been thinking about this all week. So the fact that like, the randomness of this conversation, like, after watching that show, I truly believe he made that happen. He made the horn come on Twitch.
Couple things. One, someone said, does it come in different sizes? So let me be very clear. When we say someone's wearing a gold Italian horn, they're not walking around with this gigantic chili pepper around their neck. I'm sure someone does, but yes, they could be very small. The size doesn't matter. It's really just the shape, the chili pepper shape. The other thing.
Oh, it's called a cornicello. Oh, no.
Cornicello?
Yeah. Little horn is what it means. Or hornlet is an Italian amulet or talisman worn to protect against the evil eye. Give me that. It's protect against you.
Okay. There's got to be some old school, like, Mediterranean versus Italian or like Arab versus Italian conflict then. Because Greeks and Arabs usually have the evil eye. Like I used to have an evil eye thing when I was a baby. It was on a chain around my neck.
It says it's to against bad luck in general and historically to promote fertility and virility. In Neapolitan, it's called cornicello or variants thereof. The amulet is also sometimes referred to as Italian horn.
Couple different things. Let's see. We talked about whether they come in different sizes. Also, a lot of people are saying they love that show, Carla Marie. Tyler Henry. Is that his name?
I can't. I was sobbing last night.
And then when you were talking about your grandfather, Court in Spokane said the same thing. She said, I feel that way too. I was 9 when my grandpa died, but I spent a lot of time with him when I was a kid. He actually took me to my first college basketball game at Seton Hall.
Which then Court made you decide you never wanted to go there and you went to Rutgers.
She went to Rutgers, yeah. I mean, listen, not everyone takes good advice when it's thrown in their face. That's just the way the world works, you know? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him go to Seton Hall.
I'm telling you right now, that was crazy. I don't like.
So let's go through this other jewelry that you have, though.
So, oh dear God. So this is Jesus on the cross that I apparently used to wear.
I had a Jesus ring as well.
So it's a silver Jesus on a gold cross. My confirmation.
Let me be very clear about something. Carla Marie keeps saying silver.
White gold Jesus.
I don't feel. Well, let me make sure this is actually This is 14 karat. And it's not like I know that just by looking at the gold. They usually stamp it with 14 karat on the inside.
This is an all gold Jesus. I don't know why people thought giving this to a child was a good idea. Another all gold Jesus ring. And then this is the little ring.
You have 3 Jesus rings.
I think there might be more in there.
And now this looks like the scene at the last the crucifixion with a cross on either side of Jesus.
I wasn't there. I don't know.
That's how it worked.
So this is the tiny little baby ring.
What does it say?
It's a little heart with my birthstone.
Did you show the front of it?
I did.
Oh, okay.
But you were over there playing action fingers. It only fits on my pinky.
Okay, what else you got?
I guess I can wear that, right? It's cute.
It's something. What else you got?
My parents got me this, I believe, for my confirmation. It is my birthstone. Actually,
which is what? What is your birthstone?
They normally buy me December's birthstone, even though March is aquamarine. But because March just looks like a tainted diamond, like it's a very like bluish diamond.
Okay.
They normally buy me December because it's brighter, and it's got. I don't know. I don't think those are diamonds. How much can I get for that thing?
I mean, gold is actually very. If you actually, I've been meaning to say this because I was talking to my dad the other day. Gold is about as high as it's ever been right now, the price of gold. So if you are someone who has a bunch of jewelry from an ex or maybe some estate jewelry that you're never going to wear and you want to get rid of, and you want to make some extra cash, it is a perfect time to go sell that jewelry like right now.
It's so hard because it's like, I want to, but then I'm like, oh, I don't even know who got me this.
Yeah, and if it's sentimental, then don't. No. I'm just saying it. But there's a lot of people who do have jewelry that's been laying around for a long time that they're never going to wear, that they don't care about. And now buying rings right now is also going to be more expensive.
Yeah, and Goosey said, shoot, don't say that. Now my boyfriend will never propose.
Yeah, that's why diamonds and gold are up in price, but So is everything.
Then I decided to bring my
So this is just show and tell now?
North
let's hurry it up.
Arlington class of 2006 high school ring, and I got it inset so it looks like a little stadium.
Did you guys play in a stadium?
What? No.
Then why did you get a stadium?
It says Carla Marie track on one side, 2006 cheerleader on the other, and inside is my actual signature inscribed.
You know, I chose in high school not to get like the varsity jacket, not to get the senior class ring. And when I saw all of, in Ridgewood, not a lot of people got the class ring. There were varsity jackets. And I remember my friend Drew used to wear his, and I was like, man, maybe I should have gotten one of those. And
you rotate it
as time passes, I am happier and happier that I did not waste my money on a varsity jacket or a class ring. What are you looking for? Oh, she dropped the ring. She's fully under the table now. And yep, there's her head. Just whacked it. You okay? You could have just left it for later.
Show that one off. No?
Show this one off. Oh, this says Rutgers. JMS 2010. What is JMS?
Journalism and Media Studies.
And it's got two terribly tiny rubies, I guess, or red stones of some sort.
Scarlet stone.
Dumb. Yeah, I'm also glad I didn't get a Seton Hall ring. As much as I love Seton Hall, I'm not getting a Seton Hall ring.
Thank you, Martha.
What did she say?
Fix your hair.
Oh, yeah. What else do we have here?
Yeah, so I wanted this one to not be as obnoxious as my high school ring. I hope one day, if I have a kid, they're like, cool, Ma, let me wear your class ring on a necklace. And then they're going to probably lose it.
Why would they want to wear your class ring?
I would wear my mom's. And you know what's...
If you, like, died, maybe. Like, if I was like, oh, this was my mom's ring. I can't graduate high school with her, so I'm going to wear it now. I don't know. I would never... If my mom was like, hey, do you want to wear my class ring from... Even though we went to the same high school. Like, no, absolutely not.
Okay, well, I have my varsity jacket at home. I have to go home for Easter just because I need to film all this content.
What content do you have to film?
The taco eating.
Okay.
And my dad.
Okay, there's two. What else are you filming?
There was just something else and I forgot it already.
Let's see. Vicky said I got a high school ring but never wore it. And I'm not making fun of anyone who does. It just seems like a huge waste.
No, it definitely is.
And I will say, even though I'm not making fun of anyone who did get their college ring or their high school ring, but if you are a grown-ass adult and you are still wearing your high school ring, I think it is fully okay to make fun of you.
Can you wear it? Would it be cool if I wore it on a chain?
No.
I like when I see people wearing a bunch of rings on a chain.
Okay, so do it.
Okay.
Not your class rings, though. Like my cousin Chris, I don't know if he still does it, but when he first got married, he didn't wear his wedding band. He wore it on a necklace.
Nope. That's sorry for that reason. I'm out.
Because he would play a lot of basketball and stuff, and he would wear the necklace while he played basketball, but he didn't want to have a ring in case you jam your finger or
So
get
I have
stuck.
a question. When people work out, they're not supposed to wear their wedding rings, but then they're supposed to remember to put it back on every time.
Yeah, so some guy at the gym actually the other day dropped it. And I was like, hey, man, your ring's over there.
What do you mean he dropped it?
I guess he was like taking it off or playing with it or something, and it just fell to the ground. No one can even see all the gold you have on here. It's got to. No, where do we have to put it? It's got to be all the way over here.
All right,
look at all this.
Oh,
look at all the jewels. We're gonna get robbed. For the record, none of this is valuable.
We have a safe.
None of this is valuable. Let's see. Those necklaces that a lot of medical people wear are cool. What do you mean?
Okay.
And Matt brings up a good point. There's really no need to wear a ring while working out. There are certain people who are like, oh, I can never take off my wedding band. I'm like, why? Are you unmarried when you take it off? Happen? It doesn't make sense. And listen, this is coming from someone whose whole life essentially was financed by people buying engagement rings and wedding bands, like bread and butter for a jeweler, engagement rings, wedding bands. I have a couple friends who have purchased both from my dad.
I feel like there could be a reality show about like the jeweler's sons who aren't married.
But no, what I'm saying is I just don't understand the need to always have it on. I understand the significance of wearing it.
I think the fact that it's cost so much money.
Wedding bands are usually, unless you get a full diamond wedding band, not that expensive. But if you're wearing an engagement ring to the gym, I think you're a big dummy.
Yeah, we got to show it off.
No, you don't. Not at the gym.
What? That's where you ward off. That's like the Italian horn. Warding off all the guys.
Let's see. Jess from Minnesota said, I don't wear mine a lot. Couldn't wear it to work. So at some point, I stopped wearing it daily. Yeah. I think an engagement ring, if you want to wear it like when you're going out and stuff, because it's usually going to be pretty expensive, I think wearing it every day is actually kind of dumb.
Why?
I don't know. You got a big-ass stone on that ring? Good chance it's going to fall off.
What? The ring or the stone?
My mom actually one time left. She was washing her hands and I guess like took the ring off at a public bathroom at some sort of department store and walked out, and someone actually returned it to the store. And she went back and she asked, not thinking anyone was going to give back a diamond ring, and they did.
I would have cried the whole time.
Yeah, if you want to do something, you could wear a silicone ring if you're like, I need everyone to know at all times that I am married. But even that idea, when you think about it, it's like, I need everyone to know all the time that I am married is a weird concept.
But if he's going on a trip to Vegas and he ain't wearing that ring, then we got problems.
And here's why you don't have problems. Because at the end of the day, even if he walks out of the house with his wedding band on, right?
He could take it off.
If he really wants to, whether he's wearing it or not.
You get tattoos.
Oh, okay. Oh, man.
Yeah, if you're worried about that, then you got bigger problems.
No, emotional value should mean something. I agree. And that's from Cindy K says hi in the Twitch chat. I'm not saying that the ring has no value. I'm just saying the idea that you cannot go without it is weird.
Yes.
Right? Like if you go 3 days without wearing it, you're still
married.
Going to be married. Let's see. Anthony doesn't have a wife. 100% true. Sonali said, I've seen married guys cheat with their rings on. If two people want to do it, the ring doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. And that's why I always tell a lot of my female friends who worry if their guys are going to go on vacation or cheat or whatever. I always say to them, unfortunately, other than you just being there for your person, man or woman, right? There's not a lot you can do to keep anyone from cheating on you. I know that sounds really crappy, but if you let go of that fear, you're going to just have a more enjoyable life, because that fear is not going to keep that person from cheating on you. It's just going to make you sick at some point. And when I say sick, I mean, you're not going to enjoy your life as much if you are constantly worried about that person cheating. And I know it's everyone's like biggest fear when you're in a relationship. And it's not something that I would want to happen to me. But at the same time, I'm not going to spend every day thinking to myself, how do I control this person who has made a decision to be with me to continue being with me? My attitude is always, I'm just going to be the person that I think I should be in this relationship and hope for the best.
Yeah.
And I know that's not an easy answer, because it is still everyone's biggest fear usually in a relationship.
It's true.
But you're not going to enjoy the relationship as much if that's what you're concerned about on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis.
Is a diva or deva woman a person who wants to cheat is going to cheat, period.
Exactly. And oftentimes, this is the craziest thing, because I've talked to friends who have been cheated on, and this is actually, and I know we often talk about guys cheating on girls, but I'm going to talk about a male friend of mine who was cheated on by his significant other. And he was like sitting there going, I don't know what I did, blah, blah, blah. And I said to him, I was like, you didn't do anything.
No.
And just like anyone in any relationship, when you look back at it, there are probably things you could have done a little better, maybe paid more attention to certain things. But at the end of the day, if that person wanted to cheat, they were going to cheat. If that opportunity became available, they had the choice to say yes or no. Now, they chose to say yes regardless of what you did in the past or what you were going to do in the future. That was a choice they made.
But you don't think there is other side? I'm not completely out of that situation where like you're in a loveless relationship, and as much like say we're together.
Absolutely.
I'm so used
Let's pretend.
Let's pretend we're together, and I'm not getting what I want out of this relationship, and I've tried several times to be like things need to change, and then I just at that point it's not even really cheating. You're checked out.
So that's the flip side, and it's not even the flip side. It's the continuation of that. Your time should not be spent worrying if that person is cheating or trying to control them from in scenarios that they could possibly cheat. Your time with your partner should be concentrated on making your partner feel phenomenal, doing your part in the relationship, and being a good partner in general. As long as you're doing those things, and that means something different for everybody, right? Everyone in a relationship needs and is looking for different things. But as long as you're doing the things that you both know are making each other happy, you can't control the rest of it. You know, sometimes people go out and mess up. We all mess up as humans. Sometimes you mess up in relationships. I'm not saying that's good, but it's not your fault if you got cheated on 99% of the time.
Yeah, someone else's actions generally aren't your fault.
Exactly. Let's see.
We have a lot of things on the list that we did not get.
Life is a Hike said you shouldn't waste time or energy on trying to prevent someone from cheating. Let them do it so you can move on. That's true. And spend more time making yourself happy.
For you, Amanda. Anthony, bunnies.
Oh, so this is... I know we've gone...
Oh, wait, pause. Mama Sarah said, but everything is your fault.
In your life, everything is... So this is from the conversation we had, and you can watch it again on YouTube if you missed it. There was 5 rules or 5 hard truths to make your life better, essentially. And a lot of it was about accountability. Everything is your fault goes to your actions, right? Your responsibilities. How other people act completely out of your hands.
Like if you cheated on someone, it's your fault.
Absolutely, because you're the one who did that. You made the bad choice. You made the dishonest choice.
Okay, so what's going on with Florida?
All right, we need to know about these bunnies. So there's a community in Florida, and let me pull up where it actually is. But they seem to have a full-on bunny problem.
I feel like we have one here.
Well, we have like wild bunnies that run around here.
They have Easter bunnies?
They have domestic bunnies. Dozens and dozens of domestic bunnies that are taking over the whole neighborhood.
How?
Because as they do, right, they reproduce like bunnies.
So someone let their domestic bunnies out?
They either escaped or someone just let them out. And it is the town of...
We would have a bunny if I knew the cats wouldn't kill it.
Oh, near downtown Orlando. Azalea Park is the name of the neighborhood. And they're saying that right now there's hundreds of bunnies that are just running around the neighborhood because at some point more than 2 of them got out.
They're going to have to, like, can you spay and neuter a bunny?
No, what they're trying to do is catch all of them.
And do what?
And put them up for adoption and fostering and whatnot, or find someone who can at least put them all in like a large barn that's enclosed for a long time.
They're still going to have sex?
And then they can try to spay and neuter them, I guess. I don't know if they do that with bunnies. But they're saying that just one pair of bunnies, listen to this, one pair of bunnies in just 4 years can produce 1 million bunnies.
I'm not, like, literally not even surprised about that number.
1 million.
You can spay bunnies.
You can spay bunnies. Okay.
My brother got my aunt mice for Christmas one year, 2 little white mice.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Why?
she loved Mickey Mouse, and he thought that would be funny. And she was like, I'm going to leave these at your house because it was snowing, and she said she was scared to drop them in the snow. Anyway, he bought them for her, but before Christmas, there were like 8 in there because he bought 2 originally. And then like not even weeks later, we had 14 mice.
With rabbits or bunnies, it says that every 30 days they can reproduce.
How?
Or something like that.
Could you imagine having 1 million children?
No. Well, and they're not saying that those 2 bunnies would have 1 million babies in 4 years.
Right.
They're just saying that if you count the amount of offspring all of them can have, they can produce up to 1 million in 4 years.
Yeah.
And what they're trying to do now is trying to make sure that people aren't catching them to either eat them themselves or feed them to their pet snakes. Which, at the end of the day, it's like at some point, these bunnies got to go somewhere. But how wild is that? This whole town, they're saying, is actually being overrun right now by bunnies.
The whole pet snakes thing is an issue because, like, they do need to eat.
Mm-hmm.
But, like...
I mean, people feed them mice all the time.
Yeah, and here's the thing. That makes... It's... The scary thing is, if you ever see someone posting on Craigslist or the Nextdoor app or somewhere that's like, free kittens or I have kittens. Like, you're supposed to like notify them and be like, you need to take this down because people take them and feed them to their snakes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that is a thing that happens. And I've learned that through working with Motley Zoo. So if you ever come across animals like in that sense, or you see them yourself, reach out to a shelter.
Angela in Spokane, Spokane.
Are you from Jersey?
Yeah. Now I understand the term F like bunnies. And that's the whole thing. It's like they go at it all the time. That's just what they do.
All right, well, if you live near there, adopt a bunny. Can we take one? What do you think the cats would do?
They'd kill it.
I think only Erica.
No, I think Caroline would also kill it.
That's a good chance.
I think Max would run away from it. I think John would 100% run away from it. And I think the other two would kill it. Now, we're going to move on to the last thing on the list, which is Carla Marie Netflix binging. I forgot what it said on there. But before we do that, because this is not Netflix, I do want to mention that last night, if you have HBO Max, I watched a documentary called, what was it? Damn it. Oh, here it is. Frederick Douglass in 5 speeches. Oh. And he goes through his 5 most influential speeches. It is so well produced that it might actually make you cry. It is so well done. So it's on HBO Max. If you want to check it out.
Is it a documentary?
It's a documentary, but what they do is they have some really influential black actors read his scripts or read his speeches, and they do such a powerful job of reading them. And then there's historians who give you the historical context of what was going on during or before, during, and after each one.
That's cool.
It's so good. So if you want a good documentary, if you want to learn a little bit, check that out.
Well, the shows I have been watching aren't as
well. That's why I wanted to just get that out of the way. It was a good palate cleanser from bunnies to Netflix.
Yeah, that's great and probably an educational show. Although I will say some of the stuff I've been watching has prepared me for any scam artist, but not as definitely not as educational.
It doesn't have to be
and properly done. I have binged 4 different series and shows in a week. Well, because when I'm meal prepping, I just put it on the little kitchen display and 3 hours right there of cooking for the week. Boom, done. Or cleaning or folding clothes, whatever. So anyway, I watched Inventing Anna, which is actually really long. It's a lot of long episodes.
How many episodes is it?
I don't even know. 9, 10.
Okay.
It is so well done. So good. The accent thing, I got over it very early because it's just ridiculous and you can laugh at it. I know Anthony hates it. I think if you were watching it.
Maybe, yeah. I'm just hearing it
you weren't home when I asked the cats probably 50 times why they were so poor all day. Why are you so poor?
I'd say your cats are actually living a pretty luxe life.
I know. It's better than mine. So highly recommend Inventing Anna. Then I watched Bad Vegan, which is also a show about being swindled. So good. Watch it. Then I watched Tinder Swindler, which everyone on here was yelling at me to watch. And it's a quick documentary. It's under 2 hours.
Okay.
Oh my God. I'm going to start calling Anthony the Prince of Diamonds because he pretends to be the King of Diamonds' son.
Me?
Yeah. No, not you. The guy.
Oh, I don't pretend anything.
The Tinder Swindler. But it's crazy. I know people were like, how were these people scammed? Blah, blah, blah. Until you're in that situation, you don't know how these people were scammed. A lot of it was emotions. And people will hand over anything to feel something or to continue feeling something or because they want to believe. So you can't call any of these people dumb, whether it's Bad Vegan, Inventing Anna, and The Bankers, or Tinder Swindler.
You would actually appreciate, so the last book I read, not the cultish one that I talked about the other day, it was called Think Like a Freak. Yes. And it's by the guys who do Freakonomics. And one of their chapters is about scam artists, basically.
Ooh.
And specifically scam artists who work in the digital space, so your email scams and whatnot. And they break down why some people get swindled.
I believe it.
And one of the reasons, so Tinder Swindler,
he's dating them.
He's dating people, right? But he's setting this huge net and trying to catch as many people in the early stages of it as possible. So the whole idea is, if I try this scam on 10,000 people,
it's going to work.
It's going to work on someone.
Yeah.
So all I need to do is figure out how to cut bait on the people who I don't think are going to fall for it after I get them involved.
Right.
And then focus on the dozen or so that I'm really going to hit.
No, absolutely.
And that's kind of what he's doing through Tinder.
And it's crazy where a lot of people like, and I say a lot of people meaning like just seeing the reactions on social media, right? How are these women so dumb? And Tinder Swindler. How did they get scammed? What idiots? And then you go to Inventing Anna and it's like, oh my God, like, look how she scammed the banks. Isn't that like badass? Which I think is badass. Then there are also people like, she should have been in prison for longer for scamming the banks. I'm like, please, we all wish we could scam the banks. I wish I could change the numbers on my student loans and take all that money. I don't care.
Yeah, but I think saying that we've all like maybe fantasized about robbing a bank or something.
I don't fantasize about robbing people I date.
No, but just because you say everyone's thought about it because there's so much money there, doesn't mean the person who does it shouldn't see jail time.
But a big difference was like, or not even difference, it's just like the women who were victims of Tinder Swindler, everyone just called them dumb when it first came out because it was an article first. And that was one thing I just wanted to bring up is Inventing Anna and Tinder Swindler. We wouldn't really know about them Netflix-wise if it weren't for the amazing journalism. If you watch both of them, the whole Inventing Anna was the Vivian, who her real name is Anna in real life, is writing an article about Anna. And that is the entire series. It's her investigating, and it's a true story about an article. Same thing in Tinder Swindler. Their stories wouldn't have come to life if it wasn't for that Norwegian newspaper or whatever it was that wrote about the article. And so much of these documentaries that we watch are rooted in these journalists that get paid no money, but they're obsessed with the story and they want it to come to light. Yeah. And I watched it and I was like, I want to go back and start actually doing journalistic articles again because this is why I got into journalism and media, because I love telling stories and I don't get to do that anymore. But obviously with the morning show podcast we are, but we're just telling
we're not doing investigative journaling though.
And I'm like, I kind of want to do it again. So watching that, just knowing there is still real journalism in this world. We say media sucks because overarching media does to an extent.
It depends.
24-hour news cycle, all of that. There are still good journalists who are really good and at the craft and are trustworthy and just want to tell the truth. And I was actually having this conversation with my friend Nicole when I was down in San Diego. And she's worked in daytime TV. She's worked in the TV sphere for a long time. So we often have discussions about media in general. And she's like, we were both kind of in agreement where you can't look at what MSNBC or CNN or Fox News or even Newsmax or any of them, what they do as news. Those are sources of entertainment, right? They are opinion pieces and talking heads who know how to get you to pay attention for the allotted amount of time for their ratings to go up. Very rarely do those programs, those TV stations, actually do investigative journalism. What they do is they'll find stories that come through their news desk, and they sensationalize all of it. Well, yeah, but I'm saying the lowest hanging fruit is normally what they go for, right? If it bleeds, it leads. So, so disasters, immigration, abortion, death. The big disasters and death. The big things that get everyone talking are what they go for. Mm-hmm. They don't do deep investigative journalism. Like because there's also not a lot of money. I don't know Tucker Carlson's past. Mm-hmm. I was going to say I can't see Tucker Carlson or Anderson Cooper doing investigative journalism, but Anderson Cooper, I do know that he was 17 and faked. Yes, he's done a couple. And oftentimes faked a badge and went overseas and started reporting. And now, so Tucker Carlson's interesting. He used to be on the radio in Florida with Bubba the Love Sponge. No. Yeah, he was like, I'll look it up. Wait, Bubba the Love Sponge, who lost all credibility for faking his ratings? And he also, so if you remember, was it Bubba the Love Sponge? That's Bubba the Love Sponge, right? Yes. That is him. The guy who faked, he was paying off listeners to wear the beepers that give you your ratings. And he's just like banned from radio. No, he's back on. Okay, well, he probably has no ratings. Bubba the Love Sponge also. Although I am thoroughly enjoying watching these major media companies tell Nielsen to F off, and they're moving on. NBC is the first one that's like, we're not going to use you anymore, Nielsen. Like, Nielsen came out and we're like, oh, we messed up all of our ratings last year, and like, we didn't, these are not the exact numbers, but they're like, we just, for a few months, like, they weren't accurate. And it's like, dude, you saying what you're doing is not accurate. These media companies are paying you all this money to give them the proper rating so that they can go to their advertisers and pay all of their employees with this money. Like, you can't F up and then just forget to tell people.
Yeah, the other reason a lot of these companies are doing it is just so they can make their own rating system and sell it however they want.
I know.
I'm looking up the info.
There needs to be some sort of alternative.
God, where was it?
Also,
you're gonna have to keep talking. So I gotta find this.
Well, in Inventing Anna is about Anna Sorokin, also known as Anna Delvey. The actor who plays the reporter is Anna Chlumsky, who you would know as Veda from My Girl when she was a kid.
Oh, yeah.
And
I did notice that. That was pretty cool.
That's really the only thing I think I know her from. And probably 9 years ago, I was at an event at Henry Bendel in New York City, and she was also at the event, and we both left at the same time, and I was walking behind her in New York City, and I was like, oh, my God.
Did you say anything?
No.
Oh, that sucks. You should have.
Her and Julia Stiles were, and Nathan something, the guy from The Producers, are the only three people I've ever, accidentally seen, not accidentally, but, bumped into, essentially, in New York City.
Real quick, so someone said Tucker Carlson is from Florida. He's not from Florida. He's actually from San Francisco, according to Wikipedia. Went to Trinity College, and it's not saying...
Where'd you get that fake news?
It was on a special I watched about him. I'll find the information and have it on Monday when we're back. Not that it's, groundbreaking or important information.
And lastly... Life after death, whether you believe in mediums or not. I obviously try to poke holes in everything that I watch, but you want to believe it. You want to believe that there is someone who can... You want to believe there is a way you can talk to the people who passed on. Mm-hmm. Or hope. And this show is so good at how it's handled. It's not hokey. It's not... I think someone earlier was like, how is it different than Long Island Medium? I never really watched Long Island Medium, maybe 1 or 2 episodes. I kind of feel like maybe his bedside manner is the best way to describe it. I love it. And I tweeted about it yesterday, and Tyler Henry himself liked my tweet, and I was like, but you also start to feel for him because he's like, this job literally makes me sick. It takes such a toll on his body. And just watch it. Watch 1 or 2 episodes. That's all I ask because I'm trying to get Anthony to watch it. I finished it. I'll watch it back with you. I was crying last night watching it.
Maybe I'll watch one.
He also helps families have peace.
Apparently he was on Celebrity Medium on E! Years ago?
Yeah. So years ago, that's how he kind of blew up is celebrities wanted to be read by him.
Got it.
And that's how he has just become so well known. He's young. I think he's only 25.
Let's see. Tyler Henry is great. Let's see.
He is so cute. I know. And
he looks like Macaulay Culkin.
He does. And he brings that up on the show because he shows up to a reading and someone's like, you look like, he goes, Macaulay Culkin.
Also, why are people saying Nathan Lane in the chat?
Because I had said the guy from The Producers.
Isn't Nathan Lane the...
That's Neil Lane.
Neil Lane. That's what I was thinking of from
The Bachelor.
Yes.
Nathan Lane. Yes, I saw Nathan Lane, Julia Stiles, and Anna Chlumsky. I believe are the only people I have come across in New York City that weren't coming up to Elvis' show.
It's kind of crazy. So Renee said that when this guy, what's his name? Henry something?
Tyler Henry.
When he was on E! He was 19 years old.
Yeah.
Which means celebrities were paying this teenager to talk to dead people for them. Which is wild. Which
makes me realize that he obviously was saying things to them that struck a chord, right? Mm-hmm. They say something, you have a great reading, you're going to go to your other celebrity friend and be like, he knew things that I've never told anyone, right?
Okay.
The crazy things for me is when he's he says a name. And the people are so shocked.
Oh, okay.
Which makes me realize these people cannot be telling producers all of those details. If they're like, I can't believe you just said the name, right? If I filled out a casting sheet for a TV show and I was like, my grandpa, Frederick Monica, died when I was 8, and then he repeats those things back to me, I'm not going to be shocked.
Yeah.
But if I fill out a casting for the TV show and I'm like, I lost a family member in a crazy way or whatever it is, and he brings that up.
Well, so why don't you apply for the show?
I don't think I have a crazy... they have to know some sort
of
a story.
Make one up, just so you can see what the process is. Do some investigative reporting, journalism, Marie.
Okay.
Journal Marie?
I don't like that either. Media Marie?
Journalistic? Media Marie is good, but you're currently Media Marie.
Yeah.
We are going to get out of here. We have taken up way too... This is an hour and 45 minutes of this show. which is pretty insane. I don't even
Oh,
know.
we'll take Monday off.
We did show and tell for a long time. So thank you very much for hanging out with us. If you've been here the whole time, I mean, there's still 148 people according to my screen, which is incredible. So thank you very much for that. And if you have not listened to it yet, check out the Morning Show podcast. All you've got to do is type in ! And the word podcast in the chat right now. If you're watching on YouTube, there should be a link in the description of this video. And that's it. That's all we got for you.
Scoop Marie.
Scoop Marie.
I am not in love with any of these names. I'll be the decider of the final name.
All right. We'll see you on Monday. Thanks for hanging out.